Hey YouTube, I told you guys I would give you an update. This angle is not flattering at all. This lighting situation does not look the best either. The placement of where I have my... I don't know how to make it better right now either. No, my orientation is locked. Let me see if I close my laptop. So I'm getting ready to go to school and teach, but I told you Daniel and I were going to have a very important conversation. And some of y'all were like, he's going to propose. Well, one person was like, he's going to propose. I knew that was not the case. Like I said, I had been crying earlier yesterday. Um, Let me see if I can find something to prop this up. Because he had made me very upset because he gets in his feelings and then he doesn't tell you why, or like he doesn't really tell you what's wrong, and then he just doesn't speak. Like literally doesn't speak. And I get really worried and concerned about him. So I don't know if he's safe or anything. Like he literally just won't communicate at all. Yeah, this is not working. And yeah, I did not like that. So I was worried about him, and then come to find out he was just like hanging out with his brother, and that made me very upset. It's not the first time that he's done that too. And I said, if you do this again, you're gonna be single. And so I already had in my mind, thoughts of breaking up with him because I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. Like, I don't tolerate that kind of behavior. Like, it's disrespectful to me. Like, I'm trying to figure out if you're safe, if you're okay. And you don't even respond, you don't pick up. And I know your phone is on and I know that you're out doing stuff, but you just decide not to respond. Yo, this is not working, and I need my hand so I can finish getting ready. So we're just gonna put it back where it was, even though it doesn't look the best. So that's okay. So I was just like, in my mind, I was like, I can't really deal with this. Like, I don't deal with drama, I don't deal with mess, and I don't deal with people blatantly disrespecting me. Especially after I explain to them like how it makes me feel. Like, I understand people needing space and needing time to think, but just tell me that. Don't just disappear without saying anything. Because that's disrespectful. You say, hey, I need some time to think. You might not hear from me for a little while, but I will check in once a day to let you know that I'm okay and I'm safe. Cool. You can just send me a thumbs up emoji in that case. But anyways, basically, in a nutshell, I'm going in with the Bare Minerals Latte Palette. With Daniel and I, you know how people are like, oh, it's like falling in love is like the best feeling and all. And it was great. No lie. My relationship with Daniel was pretty awesome, amazing. He's an amazing person. I wish him nothing but the best. I have zero hard feelings about the whole thing. And yes, we were kind of planning our future together. But it's one of those situations where it's like, we were very comfortable with each other. But like in the back of your mind, you're thinking, is there a better fit maybe? Like, sparks and stuff were not necessarily flying, but both of us are good people and we recognize that in each other, so we stayed together, essentially. So it wasn't that we made each other unhappy, but he didn't feel like his happiness was maximized by being with me. And for me, with Daniel, I was just super relaxed. Like, our relationship was very relaxed. Like, I never had to worry about infidelity or anything like that. I didn't really have to worry about him, and so that made me happy because I felt this sense of peace with Daniel. And yes, we're both like very physically attracted to each other and all that stuff, but I almost feel like we kind of settled for each other in a way. And I'm just so ready. I feel like he also kind of felt the same. Like, I'm just so ready to be married and to have children and start my own family that we just decided to, well, let's see if our feelings change and develop into that level of, I guess, excitement and thrill that you get when you're falling in love. And I would never say that I was fully there with Daniel. Like, I was very hesitant. I really had my guard up to an extent because you can't really trust people out here. And I've had my heart broken before, and I knew I did not want to be in that position again, which is why I'm like totally fine today. My eyes are watering though. They always water on the corners when I do my makeup. to like talk about it, and why I was kind of almost sort of emotionally prepared, like if this happens. And I prayed when he wasn't responding to me, and I was calling him and like trying to figure out if he was safe, if he was okay, are you in the hospital? Like I literally had no idea what was going on because he just literally disappeared. I always pray that God's will be done, no matter what, whether that be continuing the relationship or ending it. And I prayed that once before, the first time he kind of, we'll call it, ghosted me and just wasn't communicating as effectively as a 32-year-old man should. And I'm not about teaching a grown man how to communicate effectively. Like, that's no. I'm not the one for that. So, yeah. So we ended up, well, he ended up breaking up with me. And he's been feeling this way for a while, like I said. That he doesn't feel that thing. There's not really a word for it. And I'm the kind of person that I believe you can create that thing with whoever. Like, I can honestly love whoever. If you're good to me, you treat me well, we have the same values and the same views on things and everything, then I can totally, like, I can make it work. I'm the make it work queen. I make it happen. And to me, that thing for me is if you add to my life and you don't subtract from it. You don't add complications to my life. You don't make it worse. You don't make it harder. That to me is that thing for me. And I was kind of explaining that to him. Like, I don't think that falling in love or finding the person you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life is this whole magical, amazing thing like they kind of show in the movies and on TV. Like, I'm just not one of those people. Like, I do think for me, that magical feeling is when that person adds more to your life than they take away from it. When you just feel a total sense of peace and you don't have to worry and you know that person is there for you no matter what and would do anything for you and your future family. And I definitely felt that with Daniel. And he definitely is that kind of man. So let me tell you what I'm using on my eyes. So I use this shade Spirit right here, the dark brown. And I'm putting that in my crease first. And I'm also kind of taking it onto my lid. And now I'm going to take this lighter shade Solstice just to blend out the edges. And to soften it up so it just diffuses. He definitely is that kind of person for me, but his kind of definition of the one and how he wanted to feel, I was not making him feel that way. How he expected to feel or thought he should feel with somebody who he was planning to spend the rest of his life with. So we decided not to wait any longer, but it's in our best interest to end it now before feelings develop. And we were about to take some really big steps. Like, I was planning to go to Mexico and meet his family and everything, and he was going to be coming over to my house for Thanksgiving to meet my parents, or my parents' house, I should say, and those kind of steps. But what's the point in taking those if you don't feel like I'm your person? So I was very understanding. I'm a very understanding person, and so we broke up last night. I'm very congested. I've been congested. But taking the shade Feels, and I'm putting that on my lid with my finger. It's a beautiful, like, bronzy, brownish gold shade, and I'm just smudging that onto my lid and blending it out with my finger. Like, this is a very easy, super simple, neutral look. So yeah, that is literally it. And it's not anything of like, he wasn't degrading or rude, and it wasn't like he was saying like, I can do better than you. He was literally just saying like, I don't think you're the perfect, well, not perfect, there's no such thing as a perfect match, which we both understand. I don't think you're the ideal match for me, and I don't feel that spark with you, is basically what he was saying. And that doesn't mean that he's not attracted to me, which he explained, and I know that. He doesn't have to explain these things to me because I've been through this. It's not my first rodeo. And it's not that he's not attracted to me, and it's not that I wouldn't make him a good wife or a good mother to his children. None of that at all. It's just I am not the one for him. And so, like I said, I prayed God's will be done, and that's God's will for me. It's not to be with Daniel, obviously, so. There's literally zero hard feelings. We're still friends. And I'm just thankful that it ended early, like 1 month before my birthday exactly. And it's better sooner than later, you know, before he meets my family and all that, and before we start our own family and all that good stuff. So the timing is good. I'm going to take the shade Firefly, which is the gold. I'm going to put that in my tear duct. I love this palette, the Latte palette, for like a quick neutral look. You don't really have to think about it. You can just apply it and go. So yep, so that's the update I wanted to tell you guys about. And I'm recording on my phone because my laptop, for some odd reason, was not wanting to connect to the camera. It does that sometimes. So it's like, yeah, I am a little bit sad, but for the most part, I'm grateful and I'm thankful because we've always been able to be very honest and transparent with each other about how we feel. And I wish he had told me more about how he was feeling earlier, honestly, because we could have just addressed it then. But he thought that if we stayed together a little bit longer, like maybe he was just having doubts. Like you always have doubts when you're first meeting someone and you're still like learning each other because we're still very early on in our relationship. I mean, even just knowing each other. Like I literally met him the very end of June, like June 30th, I met Daniel. We started dating on August 19th, so we talked for a good while. For a month and some change, right? Yeah, June 30th. Yeah, basically, for like 6 weeks we talked and just hung out. Even though we were exclusive to each other, we didn't make it official until the day before school started, August 19th, and then we just broke up November the 4th. Ooh, I love that gold in the tear duct. It really, really, really pops a lot. We're gonna kind of tone that down a little bit. So yeah, that's my little update. I'm gonna tell you guys what's on my skin because I really like the way my base turned out. I'm not gonna do anything else to the eyes other than add mascara. I might just do that at school. I'm trying to get to school early today. What time is it? 6:28. I'm doing okay with time. So for my face, the primer I used, let me put this back. Ooh. The primer, I used the Ulta Beauty face or matte face primer. That looks like this. I love this primer. It's great. It just gives you such a smooth base and it helps control oil. Really love it. Then for foundation, I mixed together the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundations in 2 different shades. I mixed Cocoa and Deep Cool just to see if that would give me a better match because I've never tried mixing these 2 together. I usually mix Cocoa with something deeper and then I can wear Deep Cool alone. I was showing you guys that yesterday in the video I recorded last night right before Daniel came over. So I just decided to mix these 2 shades together and I like the outcome. I like the shade that I got. So I probably will continue to do that. Okay, that's not perfect. But that's the only foundation I have on. And then for my face powder, Coty Airspun on a damp sponge. I showed you guys that new technique I'm using for my base that makes it so flawless and smooth and just locks the makeup in all day. Like this is cry-proof makeup if I do end up crying again today, which I don't think I will. I'm feeling pretty at peace with it. Oh, highlighter, I'm wearing Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, and I mixed the 2 together. It's not coming off as pink as it normally does on my skin though. I don't know if that's because there was other highlighter stuck in the brush, but it looks really, really pretty. I really like the Fenty Beauty highlighters. I like Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge together. And it does give me like a subtle kind of pinkness to the cheek. I can see it facing forward, but when I turn to the side, it doesn't look as pink. But I really like this for highlighter. And, oh, I use my Sephora Micro Smooth powder too to finish my face. You guys know I've been doing that. And that's pretty much all I have. Oh, my brows are Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. And now we're going to go in with the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And then for lips, I don't know what lip I want to do because I can wear any lip color with this eye look. Uh-oh, I'm getting weird creasing in this part of my eye. Sometimes this happens to me. It's very annoying. And take the brush I use for the matte shade to kind of just go over the edges there. I really love this mascara. But yeah, I'm not about forcing things. I'm not about begging anyone to stay with me or give it a chance or to make it work. No, if you want to go, I let you go. And honestly, I know that Daniel loves me and I love him, but I'm so glad I can finally say this. Like, I'm at that point with, like, in my maturity that if you really love somebody, you're going to want them to be as happy as possible. And if I'm not doing that for him, then if I truly love him, I can't be mad about letting him go. And that's honestly how I feel. I want him to be as happy as possible in life. And I want to be my happiest, and I don't want to be with somebody who feels like I'm not making them the happiest because then they're going to resent me. And that's not a healthy relationship. And that's what it would have turned into if we decided to stay together and start a family together and all of that stuff. And to take the next steps that we had been discussing. But yeah, you guys can hear my voice. At least my throat is feeling better. My throat was so sore yesterday. I had the worst sore throat. Like, it was really, really painful to talk, but it's a lot better today. But yeah, that's my little update. This look is super simple, super neutral. Like, nothing fancy at all. But I decided that I should put on some eye makeup today. I've been really enjoying makeup again. Like, I feel like I'm back into it. For a while, I was feeling very uninspired with makeup and I was just so exhausted. But I feel like I'm finally, like, catching up on my sleep debt. And I'm able to, like, be creative and play with makeup and experiment. So you're going to see a lot more looks. Probably not during the week still because I be rushing. I'm usually rushing to get to work. And I don't really have the time. And I like to try and get to work early on Mondays and, like, get a coffee and really just, like, start my week off on the right foot. And as of right now, I don't even know if I'm going to have time to get a coffee. Oh, it's 6:33. If I hurry up and throw on some clothes and get out of here, and if I just leave my hair how it is. It was misting outside when I walked Nola. I didn't want to put a hat on, so my hair got kind of damp on the top, but it doesn't look bad. But I don't know. I might just leave it down. I kind of don't even care about my hair at this point. The wash and go is so pretty. Like, the curls I got look great. The definition is great, and it's soft to the touch. It's nice and moldable. But yeah, that's it. So you won't be seeing any pictures of us together. We're still friends. I told him it's all up to him if he wants to delete me or whatever, if he never wants to speak to me again. But because there aren't any harsh feelings, I feel like we're going to remain friends and that I will always, you know, I don't want to say be a part of his life, but I'll be able to observe his life from a distance. And I hope that he does get married and have children because he's going to be an awesome dad. And low key, I'm jealous of whoever he ends up with. Just a little bit because he really is a good guy. Like I said, he would do anything for his family, and he's just loyal. All right, so here's my hair. My hair is smushed. I put the bonnet on just to do my makeup. It's so moldable. Like, I love how soft the curls are. And I'm not even caring about my edges. They were laid and slayed, but we ain't got time for that. I'm literally just gonna wet my edge toothbrush. I'm just gonna go over them so I can get rid of the makeup that's on them. And because I wet it, it kind of reactivates the product. But I'm not really trying to, like, slick them, slick them. I'm just trying to get rid of the makeup that's around my edges from me blending into my hairline. Blend into that hairline. Just so I don't look cray-cray. All right. But yeah, we're just gonna wear the hair like this. It probably won't even stay like this. Like, my hair is so soft, guys, to the touch, and it has movement, so like it's kind of flopping kind of all over the place. Okay, I need to put this nasty dirty edge toothbrush away. So this is the look for my lips. I think I'm just gonna go with let's do Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. Very simple, very natural. And I love how the corner of my right eye is now watering up, but not my left eye. It was my left eye yesterday. But yeah, that's it for this video. That's the update that I had for you guys. We can zoom in on this skin. On the makeup look, like I said, it's super simple. And on that note, I'm gonna get dressed, go get my coffee, get to school, and write my lesson plans for today. It's a weird week because we're off for election day, so it's like in school Monday, off Tuesday, and then focused on Veterans Day Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday morning is our Veterans Day celebration, so I have work to do for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It's really quick, really simple, really easy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this life update. And I probably won't go as in detail like I did today in any other video, so if people ask me where I'm just going to be like, we broke up, and refer to the video entitled, I'm single. So thank you for watching, and I pray that everyone has as much peace as I do in knowing that if it's not for you, like, trust God's plan and just always pray that God's will be done, because he knows more than what we know. So that's why I'm like not super sad or depressed or stuff like that. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.